Yes! Yes! Here we are once again at another live special of What is in the Box with Toybox. And I can tell you, every single time we do this show, as soon as that theme song drops, I get hyped. Let's hear it for Skippy Spiral in the comments right now. Skippy Spiral, if you are not following Skippy Spiral on all of your social medias, please do so immediately. It's not a request, that's an order, because that is the song we love every time we start this show, and Skippy Spiral is our theme song composer. So go and follow Skippy. Not enough love for Skippy these days. We need more. He needs to be more famous than even I am. All right, well, moving right along, we have a big, jam-packed, exciting show for you tonight, where we're gonna talk about the New Orleans Giant Puppet Festival, and I'm going to show you all of the treats and treasures that I pack-ratted into my minivan and brought home to the Toy Castle. Now, as I was saying, the New Orleans Giant Puppet Festival, amazing this year. Do you hear something? Do you hear that? People at home, do you hear this? It sounds like my phone. Did I forget to turn my phone off? Rats, I think that I forgot to turn off my phone, and now someone's calling me. And I'm trying to do a show. This is very awkward. I think I'm just going to answer it. I'm just going to answer the phone. Hello?
Oh! Toybox, you picked up! Thank God!
Whoa! Esmerelda the Puppet! So lovely to see you! Now, for those not watching at home, Esmerelda is a big-time Hollywood superstar in Hollywood, California, Beverly Hills, and a glamorous beauty indeed. Esmerelda, how exciting to see you! How are you, and what are you doing?
Oh, I'm so good! Thanks for picking up my call! And, yeah, that's what I go by, Esmerelda, the glamorous beauty from Hollywood, Beverly Hills, whatever.
Well, no doubt about that. You are certainly glamorous and beautiful. And, so what are you up to now?
Well, you know, I was watching the live stream like everybody else, and I know you were talking about the Giant Puppet Festival, so I just had to call, because if you're talking about the Giant Puppet Festival, you need a giant personality puppet here to introduce this conversation piece.
And no larger puppet personality than you, Esmerelda. Now, so this was your first year here at the Giant Puppet Festival. Why is that? Why has it taken you so long? I mean, we've been doing this for like 10 years now.
Well, you know, just really waiting for it to get good, you know? Just, you know, I know everybody was there getting all warming up the pot, and then I came in to stir the pot, you know, when it was really good, you know? I didn't want to come too early. The party comes later on, as we all know, so fashionably late, I show up 10 years later or whatever to do my thingy.
Absolutely. I mean, you did literally bring the party on several occasions that I was there to witness everything that was happening with you there. And it was so lovely to have you this year for the first time at our festival. Now, tell me, how did you like the festival? Tell me about it. Tell me some things that you enjoyed.
It was fabulous. It was so fabulous There's so many puppets out there that was so attractive, and I got to catch some great shows. I did a show. I did a show, some slammies, and there I am. Hi, Esmerelda, looking good. Anyways, yeah, I had a great time. I did my little cabaret act. I did a little song and dance, showed my little titties, and it was just fabulous.
Well, that is fantastic. And do you plan to come back next year? Because hopefully we have you back maybe as a co-host of some of the late night events or something like that alongside with me so that I don't have to do as much work.
Yeah, don't worry. I'm here to please and relieve stress and make things easy, make things loosey, make things fun. And, just like make sure everyone's having a good time, really feeling themselves. And I will definitely be back next year because I had so much fun. It was so fantastic. And I made out with this really attractive puppet at the puppet parade. And I just gotta say, it was so fun. And I'm so excited right now because the gummy's hidden. And I'm just so happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you, but I'm getting a message that perhaps you don't have much time to spend with us and you have to go to an animation meeting on Zoom.
I'm there for moral support. Just like I said, everybody needs me. I'm on call. So whether it's for the little kids or for the cartoons, they need me. And so I got a jet, baby.
Well, lovely to see you. And let me just say, if you finish your meeting early and you want to call us back and check in with the show at any time, you have my number, and I'm going to keep the line open just for you.
Ah, thanks, baby. I'll be in touch.
An open invitation. All right.
Okay.
Thank you for coming, Esmerelda the Puppet. How exciting to have a special guest right at the top of the show. All right, out of the magic screen and back to the toy castle where we're going to get into the meat and potatoes of this show and talk all about the New Orleans Giant Puppet Festival. Now, this year was amazing. One of the most amazing ones we had yet. Some people said it was the best ever. We had huge turnouts in all of the shows that I attended. Of course, I could not see everything because, I had to perform myself several times, but all of my shows, every single performance that I did was sold out in the festival. So isn't that fantastic? I sold out. Thank you. So let's talk about the festival. Now, this year for 2023, the New Orleans Giant Puppet Festival, I forget what they call it. It could be the 8th annual, 9th annual, 10th annual. Because of the pandemic, I am very confused about that, but I'm pretty sure we've been doing it for at least 10 years. That is fact. Now, we had six different venues and over 20 different shows as offerings to our guests who attended. You can buy a special pass to attend if you want and see as many shows as you like. Oh, and I should tell everyone, this is big, exciting news. We have the dates ready for next year. It's going to be April 4th through the 8th, 2024. So if you're watching at home, make sure you block that off in your calendar. Buy your plane tickets, buy your boat rides, buy your train tickets, whatever you need to do to get here. I don't care if you come by horseback. There was that puppet show that was touring on horseback many years ago. Remember that? That was exciting. Anyway, no more babbling, Toybox. Get into the meat and potatoes of this show. This year we had 6 different venues, and I'm going to go over each venue and all of the performances that were housed within. So first, of course, we have the Mudlark Public Theater, which is the mothership of the festival and has been for many, many years since its inception. It is the home base of the festival and the #1 night spot for puppetry in New Orleans, Louisiana, the Mudlark Public Theater. So, in the Mudlark, we had a few different offerings. One was my new show, The Magic Weaver. This is an adaptation of a Russian fairy tale. I should tell you all that I have wanted to do this show for many, many years, and finally this year, I built it. It took me about 2 months. Look at this. Look at those beautiful puppets. I'm quite proud of it. It did win an award for the funniest of the fest at the Asheville Fringe Arts Festival this year as well. All of those shows also sold out. So there's some cute puppets and me at the helm. I do so many puppets at the same time in this show. It is ridiculous. Absolutely insane. I hope that you can see it. Keep a lookout. Maybe we'll be touring it to a city near you. I will be doing more tours at the end of the summer, so keep a lookout. At the Mudlark Theater, we had Toybox Theater with The Magic Weaver. We also had Innerworkings Theater, which with a very interesting piece called Body, Body, Body. And we're just going to play a little
The snake slithered through the narrow burrow with ease, following the sound of the rat's scurrying footsteps. The snake knew that if the rats continued to drill, the fragile ecosystem of the Gulf would be irreparably damaged. Thousands of barrels were stacked from floor to ceiling. With rats scurrying, they quickly grabbed it in their jaws and turned to leave. But as they made their way back through the maze of barrels, they heard a loud noise that made them freeze in their tracks. The rats had discovered their presence, and they were not happy.
Hello there, little one. Get her.
One of the rats screeched, and the rest of the rodents surged forward. There was a blinding flash of light, and they made their way back to the surface. The florist stood outside the burrow, staring in shock at the vast underground network of tunnels and chambers. They had never seen anything like it before, and the sheer scale of the rats' operation was overwhelming.
Well, pretty fascinating. Now, that show was partially written by AI bots and narrated by AI as well. So that whole thing is happening. It's real in the world, and people are experimenting with it in very fascinating ways, including writing your puppet show, which maybe I should do that because it's hard writing a puppet show and trying to come up with jokes every 30 seconds or whatever. I mean, if I could just do it by computer and have someone... I'm going on strike. How about a writer's strike for Toybox? And just have AI do my whole play. But it was very funny and fascinating multimedia show by Innerworkings Theater with Body, Body, Body. There was live bits, there was projected bits, there was combination of both. Very interesting show. Next, finally at the Mudlark Public Theater, of course, we had the Mudlark Puppeteers with an adaptation of This is the Peaceable Kingdom. A show conceived by Miss Pandora, inspired by Tennessee Williams. And there is Miss Pandora in the center looking so triumphant and beautiful. She is, of course, the founder and head and genius behind the entire festival. So that was her show. It was lovely. I quite enjoyed it. It was funny. It was sad. It had a big range of emotions, quite the roller coaster, and many, many puppets in the show and many puppeteers. And everyone loved it. I think most of her shows, maybe all of her shows, probably sold out as well. Full houses around the block for all of these puppet shows. It was amazing. So that's what we had at the Mudlark Public Theater. Next we had Happyland Theater, which is an old converted movie theater and vaudeville theater that now houses all sorts of things. They still do films and they have live performances. I myself in past years have performed also at Happyland with my main stage show. But this year, we had Samson Y Hiss with a quite interesting show called The One-Handed Witch, which was a projected shadow puppet film with a live composition and Foley effects. And I think we have a little trailer that we can watch for that one. All right, that was from Samson Y Hiss. You can find them samsonyhiss.com. There was the website, so go back. After the show, I'm going to collect everyone's... We didn't quite have time to do it because there's like 1 million people a part of the show, but I'm going to collect all of the social media links and put them in the description below, so keep a lookout for that possibly tomorrow. Just come back and find that. So we're talking about Happyland Theater and the shows there. We also had the Midnight Radio Show, which was a fantastic sort of cosmic fairy tale about outer space aliens by our beautiful friend Charlotte Lilly, who also interjected many cabaret numbers sung in different styles of music and different genres. It was quite delightful. Look at how happy she looks with her friends at the show. Fantastic, fantastic offering. We loved that show. That was one that we got to see. And that is the Midnight Radio Show from New York City. Next, we had a quite interesting show by the Playdoh company called Namaste, which was a massive undertaking. Look at the size of the stage. It was so big. There was so much going on. So many puppeteers. I think there was 15 or 20 people in this show. We have another... Here's some more photos of some TV reporters. Quite clever and inventive usage of garbage in their show, and tons of puppets. The puppets were flying right and left across the stage, and there were clowns. Hold on, I'm not there yet. I'm still talking about the show by Playdoh company called Namaste. Now, I have to say, of all of the shows, there was so many shows in the festival, and there were so many great things, but this show in particular, for me, when I saw it, it was inspiring. I was like, I want to go home and make a puppet show. It just made me want to go home and make a new puppet show. So as soon as I have some time off, I'm going to do that. I'm going to make some new puppets. But I've been so busy with other festivals and this and that. But Playdoh company, now Playdoh also, as we were just shown, taught some workshops in puppetry for the festival. So there are workshops that are available throughout the weekend. He did one on writing for puppets and one for building puppets. So that was fun. And I did see some photos. Unfortunately, I could not find them on the internet, but it looked like a good time with kids and grown-ups building puppets together. So that's what we like to see, is people having fun and being creative and using their brains. What's your favorite idea? Because mine is being creative. How do you get the idea? By thinking creatively. And those folks from Playdoh were definitely thinking creatively, and I loved the show. Fantastic. Now, we also had, there were 6 venues, that's 2 down. We also had a venue called the Backyard Ballroom, which was quite delightful. Beautiful garden there with little koi fish swimming around, beautiful garden. I loved it. The backyard ballroom. And first up from the backyard ballroom, we had a show from Velvet Effigy called The Alchemist's Apprentice. And I have to say, I saw this show as well. I found it quite delightful. It was sort of this neon fairy tale, really. It was like really well done, very well scripted. The whole show was delivered in rhyming couplets, and it was a fairy tale, but it was sort of this cosmic psychedelic fairy tale, all in neon colors. The lighting was impeccable for their show. I really appreciated their set design and lighting and their rhyming couplets, which is not easy to do. And they were engaging and interesting the entire show and told the story. So that was Velvet Effigy with Alchemist Apprentice. Next, we had our good friends Cookie Tongue had a new show called The Empty Sea. Now, as longtime fans know, I love Cookie Tongue, good friends of mine. We perform all the time together. Was there another photo or just... here it is. We love Cookie Tongue and we perform with them often. However, because there were so many offerings, I myself did not get a chance to get over and see this one, but I heard it was very funny and, of course, amazing as always. So Cookie Tongue had a new show called The Empty Sea. Hopefully I get an opportunity to see that. Next, we had my old friend, longtime friend Harry Mayronne with a piece called Power of the Puppets. And here we see some puppets by Harry. Impeccable, realistic renderings of celebrities and people. In real life, he does a cabaret-style marionette show, which I absolutely adore, and always a treat to see it. In the picture we saw, who were some of the people there? I don't know. I definitely recognized Nina Hagen. I've seen him do the Nina Hagen, and also Leonard Cohen there. So very cool. So that was The Power of Puppets by Harry Mayronne. A New Orleans legend and resident. And finally, at the Backyard Ballroom, we had my longtime friend and collaborator, POOSE the Puppet. Now, you all know POOSE the Puppet from all of our exploits over the last few years. And POOSE had a brand new show called POOSE After Dark. So look at this poster. Absolutely love it. Beautiful poster for the show. Now, and here are some photos of what POOSE looks like now after dark, and a pooseberry. And POOSE and I are going to be going on a little tour at the end of the summer, so look for that, especially if you're in the East Coast, Northeast area. We're going to be touring together, and so you'll get a chance to see that show, hopefully, if you come. Yes, who isn't a fangirl for POOSE? I mean, I'm a fangirl for POOSE. So those were the things at the Backyard Ballroom. Next, we have the Spellcaster Lodge. The Spellcaster Lodge, of course, as you know, is the home of Quintron and Miss Pussycat. New Orleans legends, absolutely consummate performers and entertainers who we love, love, love. And so at the Spellcaster, there was only 2 shows. One was by Abandoned Ships, and it was called How to Read a Storm. And unfortunately, I did not get over to see that, but I wish I had, because look at this. This looks fantastic. And I think Abandoned Ships also taught a workshop over there at the Spellcaster. And then, of course, they housed the latest production by Miss Pussycat herself. It was fantastic. I did get to see it. I was lucky enough. It was sold out, but I squeezed in using my magic charm. and it was a wonderful show where her entire puppet stage turned into a puppet. And there you can see Miss Pussycat and Miss Kook, two of my favorite New Orleans celebrities who I love, love, love. And there was a tiny lady in the back room at the fabric store in the show. It was great. We loved it. We love Miss Pussycat and everything that she does this year. Knocked it out of the park. Fantastic show. Quintron was making all sorts of bells and whistles and sound effects and Foley effects live during the show. The puppets were hilarious and tons of fun. All right. And now we have the final venue of the festival was a new space called Canoa. And at Canoa, we had Three-Brained Robot. And sadly, Three-Brained Robot could not be here tonight with us. But they sent us a little video of the show. So let's see what we have.
We're not interested in your games, clown. Where is the Three-Brained Robot? We want answers now! Oh, I don't know! I don't know! I don't know!
You want to know where I am? You want to know where I...
Yes, we want to know where you are, Three-Brained Robot. But there was a little sample of what happened in the shows just to build some anticipation, and because that person sent us a video. Next, we have our longtime friend and huge New Orleans inspiration, Flutterbug, with their new show, which was a psychedelic sort of, what do they call it, absurdist dinner party, I imagine. And we have some photos of that. It looked tons of fun. Unfortunately, I did not get over to see this one, but look at that puppet, so cute. Flutterbug is an amazing, amazing artist, puppeteer, doll maker, painter. You see their paintings by Crude Things all over the city and in murals all over. So that was Crude Things and Flutterbug with their absurdist dinner party. We also had Enormousface. Enormousface travels the world doing the most bizarre puppet shows possible, I suppose, but there was a contest and I don't think they won. But Enormousface shows up and is always something to remember. And we love it. Absolutely delightful. And then also at Canoa, finally, we had Esmerelda the Puppet. Esmerelda with her cabaret show. And we saw Esmerelda in the beginning of our show come in and talk to us. We were treated and delighted with that. And Esmerelda did her own solo cabaret, but you know, she is a very famous celebrity, and so she only had a few nights on the main stage, but Esmerelda showed up every single night for my puppet slams. That's right, at the New Orleans Giant Puppet Festival, we have puppet slams every single night, which, quite frankly, is grueling. I do every show. I host and organize the Puppet Slam at the festival, and we put them on every single night, except for the night of the parade, which we'll talk about that as well. So many wonderful offerings in the Puppet Slams. So we had a total of 4, of course, hosted by me, Toybox, and we have so many offerings in the shows every night that, of course, I cannot show pictures from everyone because some people didn't even get pictures, but we did get a few highlight photos of the nights of Puppet Slam. So there's Playdoh doing something, I don't know. Here is Midnight Radio Show. and doing a cranky. The King of Pooh. We were graced by the King of Pooh, who actually did win the award for Most Bizarre Puppet Show. And let's see, we have... Here is this, which was delightful. Gigi and Scribbles the Clown did a critique on past Puppet Festival shenanigans that happened. And look there, those weird foam things, I think, are meant to represent the twins from Ponsili Creation, who are legends at the festival. Unfortunately, were not here this year. And amazing, amazing, amazing. This year, for every night of the slams, we did have Emily Schubert, who is absolutely perfect to have at the festival. Knocked it out and was a big sleeper hit for many of her new fans that had not seen her perform before. Killing it every night in the Puppet Slams was Emily Schubert. Here we have Asa Jones doing a little ventriloquist bit. That was hilarious. And Miss Pandora, of course, Puppet Slammed several nights. We couldn't have a puppet show without Miss Pandora, the matriarch of the entire festival. And here we are again with a beautiful cranky shadow piece by Emily Schubert, which really brought us to tears. Not just me, but many people in the audience were deeply moved by that piece. I saw it happen live and in person, and that's what we want to do. We want to do this live. Why are we doing this online? Only to tell you to come next year, April 4th through the 8th, to the New Orleans Giant Puppet Festival and see all of this madness for yourself in person. And speaking of madness, one of the maddest nights of the entire festival is, of course, the parade. And we do have some highlight photos of some of the puppets and personas at the parade this year. Let's see what we have. There's Emily again, rocking it out with a beautiful parade puppet. And just people having fun, electrifying the air around them. It was so great. More puppet personalities walking around, partying. The parade was fantastic. And there is Henry, who was the leader of the parade this year from the Monsters crew with his new dragon cart. And so also we do something special on the parade. We have little stops around town, around the parade route, and we stop and we watch a puppet show. And so there was some great puppet shows by the Puppet Cart did one. Leroy's Place did one, which was amazing. Check out Leroy's Place if you're not familiar with them. They have physical stores both in New Orleans and Brooklyn. They also make puppet animation and movies, paintings, artwork, so much cool stuff. So Leroy's Place graced us with an amazing show, but we also had a surprise appearance from the deadly Nightshade. So there was just a sneak peek of what happened at the Nightshade show along the parade route. Someone fortunately had snapped that with their camera and sent it in and said, here, you can watch this. And I watched it and I was like, this is so cool. Nightshade also did a couple of the Puppet Slams, and a feature in the festival have been many, many years, but due to some sort of conflicting things, they could only do the one big show for the parade this year, but it was epic and spectacular. We love the folks at Nightshade. So those were the things that happened for the New Orleans Giant Puppet Festival. We hope that we can see you next year It is April 4 to 8th. It is electric. It is strange. It is amazing. And there are people in town that say they enjoy it more than going to Mardi Gras. So put it in your calendars and prepare to have fun for next year. However, even though I'm done talking about the festival, I am not done with this show. We have more because I always decide to stay for an extra week and try and make that burger money. That's right, I try and collect all the burger money so that I can feed all of my children here at the Toy Castle, which you know are just raccoons and possums. And anyway, so I did stay some extra time, and now I'm going to share with you some of my additional adventures and show you some of the surprises that I brought home. So, of course, oh, we forgot to mention one thing in my notes, but I didn't get to it yet, that's why. All right, well, on Monday was the grand finale of the festival. We had our final puppet slam at the Twilight Room at the Allways Lounge. I hosted. There was 17 acts in that show. That's how long it was. It was an epic finale. The finale puppet slam is always epic, so that was on Monday night. On Tuesday, I met with my good friends Asa and Stephanie. Stephanie also is a fantastic photographer, and she took most of those pictures that you just saw. So Asa and Stephanie brought me over to Crescent City Comics. Crescent City Comics, which is a fantastic, well-stocked comic shop in New Orleans, Louisiana. And we have a picture of it here, of the shop itself. There you can see racks and racks of comic books. Now, when I go to live comic shops, I like to get some flippy floppies. And so I got a small stack of flippy floppy comics, and I'll just show them to you now. Here we go. I got this one, number 1 of Statics. Some sort of black and white anthology indie thing. I don't know. I think it might have been on the local shelf. So I do like to buy local or small press things when I go to comic shops that maybe you can't find anywhere else. We also got Leonid the Vampire, Christmas for Crows, Leonid the Vampire. I got the final 2 episodes that I needed to complete my collection of Pink Lemonade. We've shown this comic on the show in the past. It's absolutely wonderful. It is the whole reason that I love comics. I love Pink Lemonade. And so we got the final 2 issues, 5 and 6 of Pink Lemonade. Check it out. It'll probably be collected soon, but I wanted it in flippy floppies because it's just so good. So much fun. Very psychedelic and cartoony. We also got season 2 of The Excellent, number 1. There we go. There's that. We got this issue of Eric Powell's Spook House, indie anthology. Lots of fun for all ages. Horror stories for all ages. Speaking of all ages, I did get this also, Tales from Vader's Castle, because it had Jax the bunny rabbit from the classic Star Wars comics fighting Chewbacca. So, you know, that's pretty cool. I couldn't pass that up. I do love just the utter stupidity of this green bunny rabbit in the Star Wars universe. And I hope Disney does something with that and puts him in their shows to rival Rocket Raccoon or something, because everyone loves Jackson. Classic from the 1980s comics. Let's see. I did get this anthology from Fantagraphics Comics, mostly for this cover here. by Trenton Doyle Hancock. I follow him online and I love his work, and also his partner's work, who is a puppeteer and fantastic and inspirational duo. So finding this in the store on the rack, I recognized his artwork immediately and snatched it up, and this was a great find. Let's see what's in here. There's some bonus stickers. Let's see what's up with that. We had some stickers in there. Here's one from Saturn Bar, which is a punk and metal bar. Lots of fun in New Orleans. And here's one from Leroy's Place. So that's at Leroy's Place. Go and check them out. They have all sorts of puppet-related things. Things you can buy, things you can watch, things you can see. They're absolutely amazing. They were part of the festival at the parade and the Puppet Slam. And then finally, I got this issue. I don't know if it's the latest one. I think it might be the latest one of Love and Rockets, a classic indie comic book by the Hernandez brothers. If you don't know what Love and Rockets is and you like comics, I'm utterly perplexed. I mean, everyone knows what Love and Rockets is, so I got that. All right, so those were the things that I got at the comic book store, Crescent City Comics. Moving right along. Now, being New Orleans, one of the things that I love about New Orleans is the ground scores. You can get amazing ground scores there, and one of the things that I picked up was these two puppets out of the garbage of Poncili Creation, done out of crappy foam, that were in one of the Puppet Slam pieces. I'll do a little Poncili puppet show for you. All right, well, I got these, and they are utterly delightful and memorable from one of the Puppet Slam pieces. They were meant to be our dear friends, the twins, and so, you know, I took them out of the garbage, and I was like, I'm keeping those. Let's see, other ground scores that we got this year at the festival. Well, I did find this, which was quite probably the most interesting ground score. Just building the anticipation there. The most interesting ground score I think that I found was this stack of VHS tapes. Now, hopefully these are haunted videotapes because those are the only ones that I like. So maybe I'll watch someone brushing their hair and trapped in a well or whatever that is. But these are from Camp Cody for Boys, and they're training videos and yearbooks from the 1990s. So I don't know, maybe I'll watch these, or maybe I will send them to our friends at the Found Footage Festival, or Everything is Terrible, because I'm sure they will be happy to receive them. But maybe I want to watch them first. I don't know. Haunted videotapes on the side of the road. How could you not? So that was some fun ground scores that I got. Other things. Now, of course, at every Toybox show and event, someone always brings a toy offering to the Toy Witch. So we got some toy offerings to the Toy Witch at some of my shows. This one is my personal favorite. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but here it is. It is it's Toybox Cream. That's right. Toybox Cream, everyone. Perfect for adjusting your cadaverous pallor, or just, you know, trying to fix that itch that you just can't scratch, it's Toybox Cream. Tonight's show brought to you by Toybox Cream. There it is, Toybox Cream. I got 2 bottles of it. You can also eat it, apparently, or use it as antiperspirant, toothpaste, all sorts of uses. So today's show is brought to you by Toybox Cream. Toybox Cream, it's a real thing. All right, so our good friend Asa and Stephanie brought me 2 vials of Toybox Cream. There they are. You can see I'm actually holding them, and it's an actual product in reality. Toybox Cream, everyone. You can wash your cat with it. Yes, of course. You can do anything with it. So some of the offerings. Now, these were delightful. Here I got from our darling Esmerelda, a very nice vinyl sticker that may go in my bathroom or right on my car. I'm not sure. I want to put it in the right place. Miss Pandora gave me this adorable hand-cut silhouette of Baby Toybox. Look at that. Isn't that cute and so delicate and precise? And it says on the back XOP, and that's Kiss and Hug from Pandora. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? So we got a little Baby Toybox silhouette. And then I got the crew medallion from the Pooh crew, from the King of Pooh himself. Look at that. It's the 22 Endangered Feces edition from the Pooh crew medallion from the King of Pooh himself. Gave this to me backstage. Quite an honor. I think that I'm going to take this and make a little plaque and hang it in my house. Presented to Toybox from the King of Pooh. Look at that. Beautiful. So there was another toy offering. Now, I also got this from our friend Kelsius Collins. He is a toy maker and artist based in New Orleans, Louisiana. Makes lots of cool toys. And this is a bootleg toy from Mexico that he brought me to one of my shows. Very cool. It's some sort of weird corn on the cob astronaut alien thing. I'm not quite sure. He told me the name, some sort of cosmonaut or something. If you're watching the show, tune in and tell us what it was called again. I forgot, but it was handmade in Mexico. So this is a Mexican bootleg toy of a weird alien astronaut. Thank you, Kelsius Collins, for that. And finally, friends, you're not going to believe this, but I got something that I have wanted for many, many years of my life. And when it was presented to me, you can ask the people around, I almost cried a little bit. I was so shocked and so amazed to receive this gift, which came from all the way from Thailand. And here it is. My very own bootleg Blythe doll. Look at that. There she is. There she is. I have always wanted one of these, and if you know about these, the reason that I want one is because not only is she super cute, but she has a fantastic working eyeball mechanism. So we're going to take her out. Now, this is a bootleg version of Blythe, so it's not a real Blythe, but, you know, who cares? I certainly don't. But we're going to see if Blythe's eye mechanism works right now, live for our studio audience. So let's take her out of the box. and just see. Yes, a very special moment. You don't know how much I've wanted one of these. I've never had one in my collection before. She has a couple fashions here, which I don't love. I think one of the nice things about Blythe is that you can go online and there are lots of artists that make different clothes for them, so you can change her clothes. But here she is, and here's her little string for her eyes. You can see that. So we're gonna see if she works, because this is the big thing about the doll that makes it so coveted and unique, is that her eyeballs should work. Let's see. Yes, look at that. Yes, Blythe, my beauty. What's over there? My eyes are blue now. What's over there? Yes. Hmm? So that is fantastic. My very own Blythe doll. Thank you, Chris. Chris from Thailand, a fantastic puppet artist. We've mentioned him before on the show. This came by way of someone else who gave it to him to bring to me. But he also worked on the Pinocchio film that just came out by Guillermo del Toro. Amazing puppet artist, and just, I must have told him at one time that I wanted one of these so bad, and he brought it, and I literally almost cried, and now you can see why, because she's fantastic and beautiful. So I have my own Blythe now, which is lovely. Also, during the week, I went out and about on the French Quarter and did some shopping with my dear friend Emily Schubert on Royal Street, up and down the galleries, and we got some things. So let's take a look at that. Here they are. All right, now first, as I was saying, I got some things from Leroy's Place, just because I couldn't pass them up, and here they are. Oh yeah! So I got a little stuffy of the Macho Man Randy Savage and the Crypt Keeper, because, I mean, these are two of my greatest childhood friends, and I couldn't pass them up being together with me here at the Toy Castle. So I got those from Leroy's Place. So check out Leroy's Place. They have all sorts of fun toys and art items there. Let's see. I also got some new artwork for the Toy Castle, and we're going to go over all of that. This one was very cool. I got in Jackson Square from our friend Nathan Henry. I try and get a piece from him every year. They're on a little piece of Luan plywood, and it says on the back, for Toybox, New Orleans 2023, Nathan Henry. He's always out there, a very charming fellow, you know, peddling his art every day outside in the square. So I liked that piece, and I always try and get one from him because he's my friend, and I try and take care of my friends. So we got that, and some other cool artworks we got. I picked this up because I couldn't resist. Now, what this is a US patent for Mr. Machine, a classic 1960s toy. Toy collectors are well familiar with this toy. It is a coveted grail in many toy collectors' eyes. So I thought, how cool is that to get the official patent for Mr. Machine? So there it is, very cool. I'm going to frame this and hang this upstairs. So that is fun. Let's see, also I got this because it's two of the things that I love most, and that is kitty cats and ragamuffins. So someone had made a painting of a kitty cat looking very sly, about to eat the head off of a ragamuffin. The artist is Cary Chun Lee, a Hong Kong visual artist who now lives in New Orleans. And so look at that. That is adorable. Never enough kitty cats here at the Toy Castle. So we got that stuff, which I'm anxious to hang somewhere around the castle. Let's see. Also, what other things? Well, I got this stuff. Another ground score, but this one I found at the bar. I got this little cutie here. Look at this. Just a little cutie that was hanging out in the Allways Lounge, and I was like, yoink, you're coming with me. So I got this little Mondrian cutie, and that was something also that I got as a ground score. Let's see. So moving right along. On Tuesday, we went to the comic shop. On Wednesday, I stayed home and read my comics. On Thursday was 420. Smoke effect. Do we have a smoke effect? There it is. It's down. You can. Not as much smoke as there was on 420 in New Orleans, let me tell you that. But we do have a little smoke coming in. Anyway, on 420, I had the privilege and honor to do some very fun things. First of all, I was invited to participate in a 420 pop-up art event and art market at a place called She Comes in Peace, which I have to tell you is fantastic. Now, here I am in my, underrated and inferior form, peddling t-shirts with my face on it, because those are the ones that people want to buy. She Comes in Peace is a fantastic art gallery, costume boutique / beauty salon where you can get all sorts of things done. You name it, in the name of beauty, they do it. Now, not only are they staffed by tons of amazing and talented artists, but the whole place is like a cartoon wonderland, and they have a fantastic shop full of fun toys and things you can buy. Here I am doing some acro with Frogman. Frogman is working on a new routine that he developed in New Orleans this year, which is an acrobatics act, and so look at that. Yes, so if you're in New Orleans, you definitely want to check out She Comes in Peace. I say it's a must just to go in and walk around and admire the decor and buy some cute, fun things at the shop. And I did get some things from their shop as well, which I'm going to show you. But look at this adorable picture of me. Can we just stare at this for a while? Some of those, I did do a photo session with a fantastic New Orleans photographer, Caitlyn Ridenour. And Caitlyn is in a few pictures. Look at that, that's so cute. Me with some of my toys. If we go back a couple photos, is it possible to go back to the one with Caitlyn and I? Here we are. So here we are. There is Caitlyn in the front of me. I'm pointing right at her because she is a rock star. And also Princess Peetza, who invited me to come and be a part of the event. If you don't follow these people on your social media, you absolutely must. Princess Peetza is a constant source of inspiration for me. I see the creative things that she's doing every single day, and I'm just blown away by that person's talent. It's Peetza, spelled Peetza, Princess Peetza, and Caitlyn Ridenour. I'm going to get everyone's links and put that down in the bottom tomorrow or something. I don't know. But come back to the show and I'll have everyone's links so that you can find them and follow them on your social media if you're not doing that already. At the end of the day, after She Comes in Peace and doing my photo session, we went to a 420 roller skate party in Crescent Park, which was tons of fun. And I was inspired there by the 420 roller skating. And I came up with a new clown act while I was hanging out there. So that was fun. And I've already tried that act several times to great success. So what an inspiration that day was. Now on Friday, I went back to the Mudlark because apparently the festival just wasn't over. It didn't want to stop. And so I got to see a bonus puppet show by Cary Chun Lee. And it was called Mother Oracle and the Carnival at the End of the World. And it was a charming and heartfelt piece by Cary Chun Lee, which included marionettes, cranky, paper puppets, three-dimensional art puppets, so many different types of puppets. Hand puppets were in it as well. A lot of diversity and really touching story that Sierra shared with us all about the time with her mother growing up, and it was very cute. And also, that show had a warm-up act by the always amazing Salvador Geloso, who is the bee's knees. So if you've ever seen Sal play on the streets of New Orleans or on Frenchman Street or at the Mudlark or anywhere that they play, Sal always is really, really fantastic. So Salvatore Geloso opened the show with a musical number, 3 or 4, probably 4, but it was lovely. I mean, the time just was like, oh, it's over already. But then there was a puppet show, so that was good. So that's what I did on Friday. On Saturday, we had some fun. I went to a picnic during the day, and then in the evening, well, we went a little fast there, but in the evening, it was POOSE's puppet birthday party. So there is POOSE with his cake, and Caitlyn again, and all of our friends. Happy birthday, POOSE. So we went to POOSE's birthday puppet party, and we all made sock puppets. And everyone there made sock puppets. So look at all of these puppets. Lots of attendees and performers from the festival were there. Everyone came dressed in adorable costumes, and we had pizza. So much fun. Puppet making birthday party. Look at that. Everyone playing with their puppets. All right, so that was POOSE's puppet birthday party where we made sock puppets on Saturday. On Sunday, I did a morning market and day market with ChandarChandar and had a absolutely lovely time. And I didn't show the things I got from She Comes in Peace. We have to go back. I did get some things from She Comes in Peace. I forgot to show them. There's so much things to go over, but look at this. Got these fantastic, outrageous goggles here with some sort of... today's show brought to you by Toybox Cream. Toybox Cream, perfect for adjusting your cadaverous pallor or scratching that itch that just won't stop. But I got these fantastic green slime alien glasses. Yes, exactly. Fantastic for green screen. That's what I was trying to do. But here we go in... I think I'm just going to wear them for the rest of this sequence because look at how cool I look. This is the coolest I've ever looked in my life, thanks to She Comes in Peace. But I also got these very cool Orville Peck glasses here. Purple so many fun sunglasses there at She Comes in Peace. So I got these as well. And then I got this little baby head planter baby unicorn. Look at that baby unicorn. And this was made by Princess Peetza. You can buy these in the shop if you want a little baby head planter. It comes with the plant. So that was nice and fun. And I got one of those. All right. But I think I really am going to go back to wearing these on the green screen because I love it just a little bit longer, say. Look at that. All right. Anyway, moving right along, where were we at? We were talking about Sunday. Sunday we went to an art market where we vended with ChandarChandar at St. Coffee, and we got some things from that. We'll start with these. I got some comic zines from Rags Dandelion. Look at that. Now, free comics is, you know, one of my favorite things to get. So we love free comics. And apparently, I found this out, which is quite fun. Rags Dandelion, here's all of their contact information. It's just Rags Dandelion on all your social medias. But this individual was actually a fan of our show, knew who Toybox was, and watches frequently. So hopefully you're watching tonight. Go and check them out on your social media. It's Rags with a Z, Dandelion, like the fruit. All right, so we got some things from ChandarChandar. Let's take a look because they gave us lots of fun and exciting things here. So we'll take them out, including a package. So we'll open that because that is the signature of our show, opening packages live on camera. But here are some things. Let's see, we got this little keychain. Maybe I can try and hypnotize you with it. And it says ChandarChandar. We got that. We got this little mystery pack. I'm not quite sure what's in it, but let's find out. Mystery. Question. Who knows what could be inside? Could be anything. I'm hoping it's $1 million. So I can finally own my own theme park and puppet theater. Oh, but it's full of little buttons. And this one says, yes. And this one is a little cosmonaut, but he's dead. Or maybe he's in a crystal ball. The two-headed chicken. Where's that? We got a two-headed chicken. Cluck, cluck. We got a crystal ball with a dead person inside. Or a cosmonaut that's also dead. We got a Mrs. Frankenstein, because Frankenstein is the name of the monster. So that's Mrs. Frankenstein. And we got a sad clown. Boo-hoo. And finally, this one, which I can't quite see without my glasses on or my magnifying glass. Hold on, I'll get it. And I still can't tell what it is, but it's red and black. So Chandar, if you're watching, let us know what the red and black one is because I can't see it. And I'm trying my best. All right, we got those things in this little envelope. So many envelopes here. In this envelope, here, we got, oh, look at this. It's a few pairs of little pink dolly eyes. So look at that. I'm sure that everyone, look, and now it's like a little crab thing. Everyone will see these on upcoming ragamuffins, I'm sure, coming up in the shop soon. Some cute pink albino eyeballs. And this I absolutely love. I can't believe it. Here it is, beautifully wrapped with a little piece of ribbon. It is a big swath of this fancy performing clown fabric. Look at that. So we're going to have to make something very special out of that because it's just so cute. Look at this. Our whole show has been taken over by clowns. Oh no! Brought to you by Toybox Cream. Toybox Cream, perfect for brushing your teeth, as a pomade in your hair, or as a late night snack. I love the buttons too. All right, and we also got from Chandar this envelope, so let's open it up and see what's inside. This came in the mail after we already got home. Look at, well, let's see if we can cover this up appropriately, but it's so cute. It's got like a little haunted house with some kitty cats playing and all right, so we got that, and let's see what was inside. We got a little card from Chandar. Cute. And we got this one, the amazing Bassigator. Cool. And maybe some little rainbow earrings to put through our nose or ears. And finally, this was in the package, which is utterly delightful, is a little tiny, tiny, tiny miniature sock puppet. A finger sock puppet, which is a very clever idea, and I've never seen that before. Maybe I need to do it like this. Anyway, a little cutie sock puppet. So Chandar, thank you for that. Now, also, trying to make sure I don't forget about anything. Also, Chandar did the poster for my last performance at the festival here, which is utterly delightful. And so I got a nice copy of that I will also put in the frame. I think we have a better resolution picture of that to show you later in the show, but I got my own copy to hang on my wall in a frame because it has me on it. All right, so that was cool, and I believe that was all the things that I had in my box. Moving on Monday, we went thrifting. We went thrift shopping and toy hunting, which of course you all know is one of my favorite things, and I got a huge, massive box of things to show you from that. So first, I got this here, which is a sort of 1970s ceramic owl to put in the garden. Maybe I'll repaint it, I don't know. But a little wise old owl. It's very heavy and ceramic, but it was also cheap, so I like that to put in the garden maybe. Little ceramic owl. I got this mushroom thing. I think it's a cat bed, but it looks to me like you could just put a face right in there and wear this as a hat, so mushroom hat. I got a mushroom hat at the thrift store that came with a bonus pillow. Look at that, see? Can you just imagine my head, my face, inside the mushroom? All right, now I see Zen is watching. So Zen, I found these things. Now, Zen and I have an upcoming performance of Nightmare of Noise coming up. And so I got some toys that are going to circuit bend and hopefully show up in the show. So these are going to be very fun. We're going to take these apart and rewire them and augment them into very weird and even more fun, colorful noisemakers. So I got some new noisemakers for circuit bending. I got a couple big packs of dollies. Let's see, a lot of crap in there, but they were like $2 or something. So I was like, oh, I'll get them. I got this one full of Barbies. And inside were, just a bunch of regular Barbies. Although I do appreciate that they have different body styles. They're doing a lot with Barbies these days. So I got some Barbie dolls. And these... But then the one that really caught my eye in the pack was this one. I don't know what series she's from, but if you know, let us know in the comments. For some reason, she's tied up, but I think that was maybe because someone was trying to make her fly like this. Maybe a child was playing with her. She's some sort of Barbie superhero, and I just thought she looked sort of cool and retro. And so she was the one that caught my eye and why I bought that whole sack. So let us know if you're watching at home, what is this Barbie from? What is her series? What's her story? I'd love to know. So I got a whole stack of new Barbies to go in my Barbie dungeon, which is just over there. It's just a file cabinet full of drawers, full of Barbies. I don't know why this is what it's like in Toybox's house. All right, we also got this pack of little toys, and there was all sorts of things in there. We got a couple of the 7 dwarves. I got this weird R2 unit with some, I don't know, it's got like a, what do they call those things? Carnival ride. I don't know what's going on with it, but there was a little Peter Pan, because all children grow up, except one. We got this zombie or green guy, maybe it's a Brainiac, I don't know, Imagine Next figure. This was the one that caught my eye, which I wanted, which was a little Madame Alexander Tin Woodsman, was the cutie pie in the bag, and the reason I bought it for $2. But also there was a couple of regular jerks in there, which are always fun to tie to fireworks or smash with a hammer, whatever you want to do. Some regular guys. Another little construction guy. There was a few Power Rangers in there. So there was a Red Ranger and a Blue Ranger, so that was a bonus. And let's see, an Iron Man. A little Iron Man was in there. This little baby. Meh, meh, meh. That's what this annoying bird sounds like in my backyard every day. I hear it, and I'm like, why does that bird sound like an annoying baby? Here is another Imagine Next figure. I don't know who that is. Maybe it's Doctor Strange. We got a little Michelangelo with some nunchakos ready to beat up Iron Man. Let's see. And this also caught my eye. This was another reason I got it, was this little troll kid. Look at that little troll kid. Worth getting just for that. Another little maybe pirate. Hawkeye. Got a Hawkeye there. A Star-Lord. Firefly maybe. And then a Minnie Mouse. So just a bunch of little crap toys. I don't know, maybe there'll be prizes for kids or something in the future. So we got that. From the thrift store. And there's more from the thrift store. I got this. Hello? Yes, Esmerelda, I wish you would come back. We miss you already, and if you're watching, just now's your cue to call in. Call back. We want to talk to you. We want to see you. All right, well, I guess Esmeralda's not calling, but hopefully she will. But I got this little old school Fisher-Price telephone, and this is for my friend Jeff with one F, the mime, who saw that I had one of these and was like, oh, I wish I had one of those. And I was like, wow, I didn't know mimes talk, but he didn't talk. He wrote it on his phone and put it over to me and said, oh, I want one of those. And I said, well, I'll keep a lookout and I'll get you one. So Jeff with one F, if you are watching at home, this is for you. I got this orange pumpkin costume just because I like the fabric. I'm going to turn that into some ragamuffins. And speaking of stuff that I will turn into ragamuffins, I also got this, which is a whole bunch of packs of stripy socks. So let's see. These are the better ones. This is the better view here. So I got some stripy socks, very cheap. I can turn those into ragamuffin arms and legs. That is what I got from the thrift store. Upon leaving the thrift store, we made a profound and amazing discovery of a place called the Movie Poster Archive. So let's get a close-up of that. If you can see, can zoom in a little more on Movie Poster Archives. There it is. All right. Really cool shop in Gretna, Louisiana, not far out of New Orleans, at the Movie Poster Archive. Lots of cool things in there, very fun to look around. I found this old black and white promotional still from Hansel and Gretel, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, puppeteers watching in the audience. I believe that these are from Bill Baird. If they are not, let me know, but let me know who made these puppets and how I can watch this film, because I've never heard of it. I want to watch it, but apparently a puppet film of Hansel and Gretel. And I want to say it's from Bill Baird, but I do not know so for certain. Did anyone say in the comments? Let me know. I also got this to put in a frame and hang in my house. It is, of course, a beautiful portrait of Pee-wee with Cherry getting the word of the day, perhaps from Conky. And so it's from Pee-wee's Playhouse. A nice fine print photograph, vintage Pee-wee's Playhouse. So, of course, one of my favorite shows and greatest inspirations from childhood until now. So I had to get that. And then I got this one just because I thought it was cool. It looks to me like an old sort of Barbie advertisement, but it's Cindy, and apparently it's from an X-rated color film of the American girl who became the all-American tramp. Look at that. So I'm not sure, I've never seen the film, but I liked the artwork, classic sort of Barbie artwork. So fashion, 1960s, 70s fashion. I don't know, but I liked it, so I got it. So we got that, and then when we were leaving the thrift store and we left the movie archive, we found an Ollie's. Now, how many people have ever been to Ollie's? Because Ollie's is fantastic, especially if you like collecting toys and comic books, because they have a boatload and they're cheap. And they also have fun snacks, clothing, all sorts of things. It's a discount store. I stocked up at Ollie's. So let's see what we got from Ollie's. First of all, I got this. I have not opened it yet because I wanted to wait to show it to you all on the show. It is a Dino Megazord
from Power Rangers. So I got this. It was like $4. It feels clunky. I'm excited to open it up and take a look. Should we do it now? Why not? This is my show. I can do whatever I want. Let's see, where's my knife? Let's see what this Dino Megazord is really made of. Ollie's is so great. So much to look at, yes. And so much toys. If you're curious about where to shop for me for Christmas or my birthday and send me a package, they have tons of toys and comic books as well, which I like. I like to get the comics. So here, all wrapped up nicely. Oh, but here it is, and I love, love, love it. I know exactly where this is going to go in our house, in the toy castle. Beautiful, stupendous, totally worth every dollar of $4 that I paid for it. Look at that. Great, chunky Dino Megazord right there. Beautiful. Totally worth $4. So that's what he looks like. I got that, which is very exciting. I, of course, love our 4-inch retro figures. So I did find a couple, and everything's like $4 at Ollie's. So do the math here, folks. I got a couple of these 4-inch, $1 for every inch. I got a Death Star droid and Archie. On the card, fairly mint. I may open them up, or I may just pack them away and never look at them again. Who knows? But time will tell. Let's see, I got this, which was pretty fun. It is a window bird feeder because we all know at the Toy Castle we have lots of flora and fauna bursting out of our yard, and we have lots of birds and kitty cats that like to watch the birds, so I thought, why not put the two together and do this window bird feeder? So we got that. I found a whole collection of these Ghostbusters toys, which are recreations of vintage 1980s Ghostbusters toys. I think down to the very card, front and back, are exactly like they used to be. Also very cheap, so I got every one I could find, which was Peter, Ray, and then I got this bug-eyed ghost, which you can see it better like that, maybe. I got this bug-eyed ghost, and this one, which I'm most excited for, which is the Fearsome Flush. The Fearsome Flush, look at that. And I'm going to open this one up because it's a haunted toilet. How fun is this? You all want to see how this works, right? I mean, who doesn't want to see the haunted toilet in action? So here it is, a regular toilet. Regular looking toilet there. Now let's see what happens if I put on my magic glasses. All right, well, that was lots of fun there. And what a fun toy. I love it. I love it. I love it. This is going to be hours of fun. Haunted toilets, yes. Zen, if you need one, I have an extra one. I'll give it to you. So haunted toilet, claim it now in the comments. Zen, if you want it, I bought 2 of them. I'll bring it over tomorrow and we can make some circuit bent toys. How about that? All right, moving right along, stuff from Ollie's. I did get a few comic books here. These were also very cheap, so they were worth it to me. I got Rocket Raccoon doing You Son of a Bee. I'm in. Heist sort of story here, it looks like. And we have Harley Quinn. Kiss Kiss Bang Stab is what it's called. So a cute Harley Quinn comic. Both also like $4. Whole collection, why not? So we got those. And let's see what else. Now this is the grand finale from Allie's that I got. I can't wait to put this together. Look at this thing. It is absolutely massive. It is a Morph Droids by Blocko. What I love about this, let's see if we can turn to the toy camera. What I love about this is it's 2 bootlegs in one. It's a knockoff bootleg Transformers made out of bootleg Legos. So, you know I love my bootleg toys. I love my knockoff toys. This I couldn't pass up. It looks, hopefully it's as big as the box, but it's a bootleg Lego Transformer thing that makes a combiner bot, not unlike Devastator. So many awesome things about this, and it was like $10 or something, so I couldn't pass it up. I threw it right in the box, and I'm going to build that very soon. So that was that. And so finally, that brings us, we're still doing the show. So that brings us to Tuesday night. Monday was spent hunting for toys. On Tuesday night, we had our grand finale show of New Orleans and my tour, which was the Puppet Palooza. The Puppet Palooza featuring Toybox, Vincent Vile, POOSE the Puppet, and hosted by the amazing Juju, with pop-up art gallery by ChandarChandar, who also did the amazing artwork on the flyer. So follow all of these people on your social media if you are not already. The show was delightful and fun. It was hosted by Juju the Clown, from New Orleans resident and amazing sideshow burlesque fire eater, multi-talented clown in New Orleans. We have performed together before, and it is always great. Juju has a monthly show at the Allways, so keep a lookout for that, always. Hello, Caitlyn. Hello, Emmett. Good to see you in the comments. And so the show is hosted by Juju, which it also featured performances. Like I said, POOSE the Puppet with the new POOSE After Dark. Also Vincent Vile. Here are some cute show pictures here of Vincent's show. Vincent Vile. So much fun. And finished off the evening with Toybox. And look at how happy I am to be performing another puppet show. This was my 9th puppet show in New Orleans. And I look like just a breath of fresh air in that photo. So, and today's show is brought to you by Toybox Cream. Perfect for rubbing on your corns, on your feet, or just squirting down your mouth and chugging like a fresh hot beer. Toybox Cream, brought to you by Toybox Cream tonight. So quick on the draw, my tech department, Toybox Cream, brought to you by Toybox Cream tonight. All right, so that was Tuesday. That was the final day of my tour in New Orleans. The next morning was Wednesday. I got up relatively early. I packed up all of my things and hit the road. But did I go home? No. Oh no. I got in the car and I drove about halfway, and I stopped in Atlanta, Georgia, where I have so many wonderful friends and always have a great time. And so I stopped in Atlanta to stay the night at the Heck.House. If you don't know about the Heck.House, it is a wonderful place located near Atlanta, Georgia, where they have shows and art gallery, workshops, music concerts, and more. So I have performed there myself, and they were so gracious to let me stay the night and sleep and stay at the Heck.House, which is sort of this cool visionary art, outsider art compound that has a stage and all sorts of things. Check some other things that we have shown you before or follow them online. So I stayed the night at the Heck.House, and then all of my friends in Atlanta met me for a brunch. Well, not all of them, but most of them. And we went to a place called Homegrown. And apparently I appeared as a baby for that breakfast. I was just being a big baby. And Heidi was there to have breakfast with us. And also Kate Bean and Paula. We all went to breakfast at Homegrown, which is a very cool, a delicious restaurant, but also has an art gallery and a shop inside and some cool objects that you can take home with you, which we looked at here and here. Look at these things. And then can you go back to the other one that we already, here we go. So look at all the fun stuff. This is just a little sample of some of the fun stuff you can find. Yes. We have a, is someone calling? Do you hear the phone? I don't hear the phone ringing, but all right. Well, and that's all the time that we have. Just kidding. The phone is ringing, and we have a special caller. Can answer the phone, please.
Oh, hi there!
Esmerelda, you're back. We're just about to finish the show, but lovely to see you again. How was your meeting?
I just wanted to give everybody a kiss goodnight.
Oh, well, thank you so much for that.
Wait,
Well,
hold on, a little more tongue. For your dreams.
Thank you, Esmerelda. Thank you for calling back. We love you. We hope to see you again soon. And don't forget to...
Thank you. About to rub some Toybox cream all over me.
Yes, it's a real thing. You can get it. And tonight's show is brought to you by Toybox Cream and the love of Esmerelda the Puppet. Good night, Esmerelda. We love you.
Good night, Toybox. Bye, baby.
Well, that was a quite delightful surprise. We didn't know if Esmerelda could come back and call, but always a delight to see her. So we're going to the end of the show. We just went over breakfast. I did get some art objects and surprises. So my friend Kate Bean had gone on an adventure to perform in a puppetry festival, but all the way across the country, happening at the same time as ours in California. And on her way, she got me some things, which I absolutely love. I got this little, check this out. It's a hamburger clown pencil sharpener. Look at that. Everyone knows I love the hamburger clown, so hamburger clown pencil sharpener. And I also got this very cool figure of what I believe is Lee Falk's Phantom. So look at how cool he is. He looks very triumphant, like, you cut the grass yet? Take out the trash? Got your chores done? I'm talking to you. You gotta, I'm not giving you your allowance till you finish the chores. You gotta take out the trash. You gotta kiss Esmerelda goodnight. Look at my pectoral muscles. Yep. Uh-huh. Probably. Yep. Uh-huh. So I got this very cool Phantom from Kate Bean on her adventures to California. She brought that back for me. And then I got a couple of those cool magnets that we previewed in previously. Look at these. I have a few of these already, but I love this artist. His name is Dirk. And look at these guys. There's weirdo aliens. Very very much Basil Wolverton, Big Daddy Roth style, inspired by those artists. I've bought some of this artist stuff before. I always love it, so I got a couple of those. Very affordable. I think they're like $4 or $5 a piece. And I also got this thing, which I thought was really cute. It's a little display rack with Jesus and Lock, Shock, and Barrel, our favorite Vile trick-or-treaters from Nightmare Before Christmas. So I got this little art display, but I have all of these toys, so I was thinking I could hang this up and put the toys in there and make a little shadow box out of it. I just thought it was so cute that I wanted to bring it home and make a toy display out of it. So those are things that I got from Homegrown. And finally, on the very, very last leg of my tour, as I left breakfast, I went to one of my favorite places in Atlanta. In fact, my ultimate favorite place, and that is the Center for Puppetry Arts. And I saw their current production of that time period that I was in town, which was Charlotte's Web. Beautifully captured in this puppet show. Of course, it was Charlotte's Web, so, you know, it was a little sad, but I was the only adult sitting in an entire theater full of kindergartners, and that was so much fun. And we were talking, and I was telling them that I was a puppeteer and a clown, and we had lots of fun playing with the kindergartners. And also, I was lucky enough to see during this time that the special exhibit was Where the Wild Things Are. So they had some Where the Wild Things Are puppets, classic Maurice Sendak children's book, and they also had some of the puppets and costumes from the movie by Spike Jonze. So all of these things were in the special exhibit, which I loved. On the way out of the center, of course, I went to the shop. I went to the shop and got a couple things. I got these little eyeball thingies. Which are very fun. They're sort of eyeball finger puppets. I couldn't pass them up, and I've already used those in my act a few times in my kids show, so they were worth the price. I also got these little feet guys, who are a little bit too big to walk comfortably, but, you know, let's try this. I haven't quite mastered them, but brought to you by Toybox Cream. And then also, on the way out of the center, I was talking to the shopkeeper at the puppetry shop, and they said, wait, don't go. Would you like a free poster of Jim Henson's Labyrinth? So there it is, with David Bowie and everything as Jareth the Goblin King. And I said, yes, of course I want a free Labyrinth poster. So I got a free Labyrinth poster. Toybox Cream, it makes life worth living. That's the new jingle. It also helps you escape from labyrinths and find your baby brother who's been kidnapped by a goblin king with 1980s updo. All right, so that looks like, where are we at? That looks like the show. Thank you everyone for tuning in. I hope you had fun looking at all my toys, remembering all of the fond memories of the New Orleans Giant Puppet Festival. We hope to see you again next year, April 4th through the 8th. Don't miss it. It is the best time you can possibly have in your life. I am not lying. It is the pinnacle of all reality. So come and see us for that, April 4th through the 8th. You could not have a better time, I guarantee it. Coming up this weekend, I will be in Atlanta. As we're talking about Atlanta, I will be performing some puppet shows with my friends, the Emotron.com Bubble and Corporal Queeg. So that's at Innerspace, Underground Atlanta. Wait, put that back up. Put that back up so all the people can see. It's at Innerspace in Underground Atlanta. Doors at 7, show at 8. So that's the 27th at Innerspace in Atlanta. So if you're watching from Atlanta or have Atlanta friends, tell everyone to come and see me do some puppet shows then. Then the next day, the very next day, on May, I don't even know what month it is, on May 28th, we're going to be doing Nightmare of Noise, which is my band, featuring Zen Sutherland and Edwin Salas, both of whom you've seen on this show before. We're going to be doing some improvisational toy jazz, I guess, with our new saxophone. Hopefully the new saxophone gets in there. We'll be doing Nightmare of Noise also with .com Bubble and the Emotron at the Odd in Asheville, North Carolina, May 28th. So those are things coming up. Come and see me live in person. Have fun playing with your toys. Go watch some cartoons, eat a snack, kiss your kitty cats, and good night.